Number 42, at the small forward position, at 6'6", number 55, Derek Jones.
Welcome to 2K. Here's the starting group for Houston. The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. And it's Whitmore in at the small forward. And for the Mavericks, the star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Jones is out there with Maxi Kleber. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And we've seen some pretty impressive things from Alperen Şengün.
Yeah, young fella already has a record to his name. The youngest center to get at least 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in one game. Do you want to know who the previous record holder was, Greg? Listen, I got you. It was Shaq.
Hey, Richard, you look at Houston's roster. They are stacked with high-level athletes.
The Houston Rockets have done a great job of adding players that they feel can add strength and cultivate skill. Because athleticism, that's something that you just can't teach.
He needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Green against Irving. Mavericks with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
For 3, Van Vliet. That shot off. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Irving with the ball. Now Green defending. Ively the pass to Kleber. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. They get the rebound. Outside Irving. Throws it up high. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The playmaking ability of Kyrie Irving. This man just excels at finding ways to get the ball to his guys.
They kick it out to Green. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Dallas moving it around. Here's Doncic. No good with the layup.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Here's Smith. Off target at the rim.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Doncic outside. Lets the 3 fly. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. The Rockets pull it in. Here's Green. And Green spins it in.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Shoots. Rebound by Smith.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Şengün, no good.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Jones dishes to Doncic. And looks like the illegal hit was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. Nearing the midway point of the season now, GA. What do you think is most important for teams to focus on at this point?
I think just trying to establish overall continuity. You want to head into the second half of the season and get some momentum behind you, as well as just general confidence.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Washington's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dante Exum comes in for Jones. Mann subbed in for Kyrie Irving. For Houston, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
The first one falls.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, And boy, can he fly.
And so Thompson nails both. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. Second, the Mavericks.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
2 minutes.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Another miss by Houston. Starting for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Jazz.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Now here's Van Vliet. Really struggled in their loss against Utah. Eason's shot is good.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Mann. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. 1:19 left to play here in the first. It's tipped. Here's Washington. Drives to the hoop. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Pass to Easton. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. And here is Doncic. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. Here's Exum. That 3 off the mark. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Brooks. Again, the Rockets score.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes it to Exum. Back to Doncic. Pass to Lively. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Van Vliet. Doncic passes to Lively. Can't hit from in close. Thompson inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other. Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And so it's Houston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
So on the floor for Houston, the pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is out there with Green, and it's Whitmore in at the 3. Now, here's Green. 17 points for him last game against Utah. And here's the fast break. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at Gafford. He's not quite there, but he's very close to a spot in the starting lineup for the West.
And to have the great season he's having and still not crack the top 5, that just tells you a lot about how terrific some of the other Western Conference players have been.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
Houston in the lead. There's Green with the 3. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. What an entrance to the league Jalen Green has had.
So much success early on in his career, and it was expected. He's a scoring machine. Anything he's asked to do on the floor, he can get it done.
Now here's Irving. Still scoreless. Smith surveying the D. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Love seeing Smith use the mid-range. If you're going to be a great player, you have to develop that shot.
I now would send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you very much. Jalen Green is trying to reach his potential as a star in this league. He says things are starting to slow down for me. I'm recognizing the game a lot more and understanding what my role is. I'm locked in, and hopefully I'll give my team a chance to win and just take my game to another level, becoming a lot more efficient and aggressive. Kevin, back to you.
All right. Thanks, D.A. Here's the floater. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks. When it comes to the essential components of a winning team, GA, how much importance do you place on veteran leadership?
Kevin, I think it's important. You want a few guys in the locker room who've seen it all. Players who can keep the ship steady if the team kind of goes awry or has a tough stretch.
First free throw is good.
And for Green, it's about focusing on taking high percentage shots. When he does this, he's an effective player.
For the Rockets, Green, he's checked in for Şengün. And it's Jayshawn Tate in for Whitmore. That one misses. Mavericks trail by 5. Jones kicks to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. Kleber against Smith. Fires the three. Kleber with the bucket.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Rockets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. From deep, Green. The Rockets with another miss.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Fantastic at earning these whistles and close up. Kyrie has no fear when attacking any defense.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Washington's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dante Exum comes in for Jones. And Doncic is subbed in for Terrence Mann. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Van Vliet's checked in. Now, here's Tate. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Dante Exum.
All the officials are all over that.
Rockets have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And the Rockets making a change here. Brooks checked in. Good on the second free throw. The Mavericks trailing. Out to the right wing. Lively the pass to Irving. Van Vliet against Doncic. And it's Exum in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Washington. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns. Houston making some changes. Adams comes in for Green. And Tari Eason subbed in for Tate. Here's Doncic in the dunk by Doncic.
And I love how Doncic reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick of the bag to get where he wants to go.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And now let's bring up the numbers and show you the point guards with the highest assist rate over the past month. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
And he's been doing everything you want from that position, getting everyone involved, making sure the defense has to worry about all 5 guys on the court.
Now, here's Exum. Following the miss by Fred VanVleet. Doncic against VanVleet. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Brooks. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Rockets lead by 3. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's a second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Exum. For 3, VanVleet. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Pass to Adams. A second chance effort, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
VanVleet against Doncic. Jacks up a 3. Oh, Doncic with a confident 3-ball.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Pass to Washington. Inside, out to Doncic. Irving for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's a tie game in Dallas. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking and get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
It's been an aggressive approach for them at the offensive end. Getting the ball inside and getting as many points as possible close to the rim. So far, so good. They have a nice edge in the points in the paint.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
It's pretty simple. They took care of the ball. They made smart passes and limited turnovers. I'm sure they talked about it coming into game. We'll see if they can keep it tight in the second half, though.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Maxi Kleber is out there with Derek Jones. And it's Gafford in its center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Rockets. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic looking it over. Gafford. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Now, here's Doncic. miss by Jabari Smith. Rejected by Van Vliet. Pass to Whitmore. And the rejection by Gafford. Such a wide open look. Van Vliet's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
You gotta like how Kyrie just commits to his selection. Even the foul, look, that's not gonna slow him down.
Mann's checked in for Dallas.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to Whitmore. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Hey, Greg, here we are watching Cam Whitmore. What impresses you most about his game?
Kevin, for me, I think it's his toughness. He's not afraid to get physical underneath the basket, and I really love how gritty he is on the D as well.
Timeout called, the Rockets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding team. The Rockets 4th.
Last year, they had a very physical aspect of the game down. They were a very tough team to keep off the boards.
Van Vliet against Doncic. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Doncic going to work.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Van Vliet wide open. The Rockets with another miss.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
The shot's good from Irving.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rockets trail by 6. Now Van Vliet. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. Mavericks making a switch here. Washington's checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
There's Green with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Doncic passes to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
So for the Rockets, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Green comes in for Smith. And Torrey Eason subbed in for Whitmore. Now here's Adams. On the wing, Thompson. The Rockets again can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Doncic. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And Sean's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
They kick it out to Green. Shot to stop the run. Mavericks with the rebound. Washington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Doncic with it. Now Green defending. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Here's Doncic. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night. Oh, boy, it looks like he was injured there.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Doncic. Thompson inside, and Thompson throws it down.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Good. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Thompson, and Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Washington from down in the low post. It goes. Washington's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Green, 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Irving. Off on the layup. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Contest 2s, right? We'll contest 2s and contest 3s, but no layups.
Jason Kidd feeling like they need to protect the rim above all else right now, willing to give in other areas.
And you have to take care of home base. Otherwise, it's going to be attacked all night, and that's not going to reflect well for you on the scoreboard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. And it's Whitmore in at the 3 spot.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Here's Green. Knocks down the step-back J. Green's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Rockets. To the middle. On the basket by Jones. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
2 points. That one goes.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Van Vliet. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Griffin comes in for man. Şengün passes to Green. Here's Van Vliet. And the layup is good.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. He gets that one. Irving's got 12 points here in the second half.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pass to Whitmore. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Irving passes to Gafford. And stolen by Şengün. On the wing, Green. Covered by Gafford. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Love that aggression from Green, banging down low.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Dallas.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And also, the mid-range game has been working as well. They've kept that as a big part of their game plan, and boy, are they being rewarded for it.
Mavericks leading by 14. Down low, here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
So it's the Rockets now, following the score by Dallas. Passes to Şengün. High post shot. Another miss by Houston. For Dallas, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Irving against Van Vliet. Irving misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Mann's checked in for the Mavericks. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Smith. And it goes down 2 points.
And it's the focus of Smith right there. He gets it to fall through the contact.
And it's time for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Luka Doncic. David.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Dallas. The belief right now is that it's a high ankle sprain. Now, they're still running tests, but the swelling is making that a little more complicated. Really not the way you want to start the season. Some bad luck right out of the gate. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Here's Van Vliet. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And what a tool for Van Vliet to have. We know he is great driving it, so when he's using the pull-up, it's really effective.
Now here's Irving. And he makes that one. Irving's got 20.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Mavericks.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
Here's Green. The Mavericks making the shot. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Mann, guarded by Green. Mann can't hit. And so here is Houston. That's a 2 from Smith. Rebounded by Gafford. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Irving passes to Mann.
Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Van Vliet against Irving. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Third personal foul.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Now here's Green. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally. Just trying to come out here and put on a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you for that, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. So long.